and my stomach tat. I got into a very bad car accident in prep school. That's what made me kind of start going crazy with the tattoos because I thought I passed away in a car accident. So the stomach tattoo means a lot to me as well.
Damn. How was it surviving that car crash?
Ah, it was damn. That's a whole. The whole shit was like a. So you know in the movie when you watch it or when people say like you see a whole light flash before your eyes. Like I really got that feeling like we was doing like 80. One of the coaches, I went to like this fake ass prep school in Philadelphia. We paid for them to take the SATs for me. I couldn't get a high enough SAT score, but you know I had like Division 1 looks. You know what I'm saying? So I was trying to get a Division 1 scholarship. I just didn't have the SAT score.
Like Derrick Rose shit.
Basically, yeah, same thing Derrick Rose did. So I went to a fake prep school in Philadelphia called Rise Academy, ran by Sam Rhines, aka Scam Rhines, out in Philly. That's what they call him. And long story short, we're leaving the tournament in Virginia, and we were going to Florida for our next one. And the coach got tired, and he let one of the players drive. And the player fell asleep driving, and we just hear him yell. We in South Carolina when this happened. Ain't no rails on the side of the highway though out there, and all you hear is that the rigid shit. Yeah. And I was the only one awake. I was on my my iPod at the time, and listening to music. And I remember waking up and looking around. I'm like, what the fuck? And all I seen was a coach wake up, like, all surprised, like, yell the kid's name. He's like, yo, boom. And he tried to turn the steering wheel for him, but the kid woke up and turned it back this way. So the car slid on the side. I'm sitting behind the passenger, so I'm sliding towards the ground. It slid like, I think it was like 60 feet or some shit like that. And then it flipped like 8 times after that. On the last flip, I fell out the window.
Oh.
And, but for me, it was good because I was on the one straight. You can't see right now because of the tattoos probably, but like I still got like all the cuts on my hands from the glass. Like my whole face was bleeding from the glass, but I ain't really getting no scars on my face. But yeah, I fell out the window. I was fine. My ankle hurt and I had a lump on the back of my head. But it was one of those things where every flip, you see shit like in slow mo. Like you start thinking about mad stuff fast. I remember the 3 things I thought about. I ain't even gonna say them, but I remember like the 3 things I thought about, and I just thought that was how I was gonna die. To be honest, like that's how I felt like I was gonna die. And I remember getting out the car, I called my mom, and I was like, "Yo, the car just flipped." I just kept saying it like, "Yo, the car just flipped," and she's like, "What are you talking about? The car just it just flipped," and blah blah blah. And then I ran to the top of the highway and I stopped like an 18-wheeler, and that's when he got out the car and kind of stopped traffic behind him, and that's when they all started to come down, and we doing a head count looking for the players. We thought we had everybody, like, we missing one. And then somebody screamed, like, under the car. And then that's when, like, people from the side of the highway came, helped lift the car up. And the dude that was driving was under the car. And he was under the hot pipes. So we went to the hospital from there. He had to get flown from South Carolina to Houston. That was the closest burn unit. So he had, like, 3rd-degree burns from the top of his neck down to the back of his legs. So, he had to do, like, the skin graft shit. It was some crazy shit, bro. Like, nigga sitting next to me, his tooth was bent up, going through his lip. Another nigga bicep hanging out. Other nigga, bro, some wild shit. Nobody died though, so that was a good thing. So, but yeah, that car accident definitely changed my life. I was living in Philadelphia at the time. We was in the hood in North Philly. This is when I first heard about Meek Mill, and that's when I just started looking at. I was living different, bro. I was living grimy that year. You know what I'm saying? Like I was fucking. It was just a different year. So, and then I was a ball player. J.R. Smith had a very similar incident. Got into a car accident and killed his friend.
Wow. And
when he was in the league, and that's when he kind of painted him as the bad guy picture. And that's when he kind of did all the tattoo stuff. And that's when I took a liking to J.R. Smith because I just felt like we had a very similar story. You know what I'm saying? Not similar like as in what happened, but similar as in like the bad guy picture. I was kicked out of 3 high schools. Wow. I was kind of like the player with the attitude problem, uncoachable guy. So I just took a liking to J.R. Smith, and that's, he kind of inspired me, him and Wiz Khalifa. That's when, Cushion OJ dropped. You know what I'm saying? So I was listening to Ain't My Body. Obviously, that's before that, but I was listening to Ain't My Body OD, and just that Cushion OJ tape when I was getting tatted, bro.
Just like that whole wave,
Yeah.
Stopping. It was just a fact.